All right. All right. Hello, everybody. We are preparing to start our webinar today. And with us, we have Sergeant Marvin Hart from the UAB Police Department. And the way we're doing this today is a little bit different. It's kind of a conversation. So we're both here and we will be live streaming this on Facebook as well. So please send us your questions. And as your questions come in, we will be answering them as we go. So Sergeant Hart, it's all yours.
All right, thank you. Just to give you a little introduction about myself and police department. I've been with UAB for police department for about 6 years. I've been in other municipalities and worked overseas in police training missions. So got a lot of different experiences, but really enjoy working here at UAB. It's kind of a family, and our purpose is to keep the students and the campus safe. And so we take that job very seriously. These are my phone numbers if they're loaded. Are they loaded?
Yeah, we can have your, so we'll get some of the information ready right there. Here we go.
All right, these are my numbers. If you have a problem and you're not sure who to ask, you can always call me. I'm happy to help out. My cell number there and also my office number. So take a minute, write those down if you need them. Like I say, we are a police department. Some colleges have security forces or small security non-certified police officers. We are in fact fully certified. We have 130 uniformed officers, and for Alabama, that is a very large department. We're one of the largest departments in the state, larger than most municipalities. Only Birmingham, Montgomery, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, the large cities are the only departments larger than we are. In addition to our 130 APO certified officers, we have 65 uniformed security officers. The way to tell them apart, I'm in a little different uniform today, but is the police officers have dark blue uniforms and the security officers have kind of a light blue uniform type. So that's one way to tell the difference. But our job is to keep the campus of the university and also the hospital areas secure. And in doing that, we have a full fleet of vehicles. We have SUVs, sedans, we have motorcycles, bicycles, we have Segways, and we call them T3s, but 3-wheel vehicles that will patrol around out on the quad with. We also have substations in the building we're in right now, which is the Hill Student Center. It's on the 2nd floor. We have a substation in Blazer Hall, the little walkway next to the dining facility. And our main police station is on 14th Street, right behind CVS Pharmacy, if you're familiar with that part of campus. So really about 4 blocks from here. So really you've got locations you can go to locate a policeman all over campus. Go in just about any of the hospitals and there's going to be a police officer in there. So the hospital and the university is well covered. When you're on campus, you'll see these blue phones. We call them blue phones, but they're help phones. You'll see them near sidewalks, near parking areas, a lot of times on the first floor of most buildings, and all the way through campus. We have over 500 of those scattered across campus. And those are direct lines to the UAB police dispatch. So if you having trouble or need some assistance, just push that red button on there and a policeman will be there probably within a minute, because we do have mobile patrols and we're gonna check out if somebody pushes that button and doesn't say anything, we're still gonna go by and check that location. So what I tell people is when you normally are walking through campus, look around where you're at and see if you locate those phones, because if you needed an emergency, you don't want to have to be looking around. You want to know exactly where that phone, the nearest phone is. Like I say, at night, they're easy to spot. They've got a blue light on all of them. A couple of the programs that we have that are actually pretty helpful, and I know for a fact the Motor Assistance Program, Motor Assistance Road Service actually is very helpful because I've used them myself. If you go out and have a dead battery or a flat tire, they're constantly assisting students and faculty on campus. That's pretty much just on campus. You might be a block or so off and they'd help you, but that's a service that we have here on campus. So dead battery, even if you lock keys in the car, they might be able to help. They're not locksmith per se, but they can a lot of times help you out with that. And I'll give you the phone numbers to these also. Something that's very beneficial for the female students and staff, and it's totally free, is a RAID Progression and Defense course. And it's a 3-day course. Usually it's taught over the weekends or sometimes toward the end of the week. That will teach you defensive tactics and also how to strike with the idea of getting away from your attacker. So it's very helpful. We'll start those back up probably about September, maybe October at the latest. But we had to take a break from those during COVID, but those will be back up running shortly. And when we do get them up, we'll post flyers around and we'll also advertise it on our UAB police webpage. The Safety Escort Service, there's a number there, 934-8772. And it's got some hours up there, but there's a form of escort service going 24/7 on campus. I'll give you some numbers on the next slide, but also if you're outside the times of these escort service, still call the police station, and we've got security vans that can take you around on campus if it's after dark, late at night, something like that. So it really is, if you don't feel comfortable walking by yourself, or just don't want to, then you can always call and we'll help you out. All right. These are the numbers I was telling you about, the assistance program and the escort service. The two police numbers, pay attention, one of those is in red, 934-3535. That's an emergency number for the police department while you're here on campus. It works just like a 911 call, but in our area here, if you could dial 911, you'll go directly to the Jefferson County 911 call center. When they find out you're on campus, they'll transfer you to our UAB emergency dispatcher. If you call that 3535 number, you go directly to them, so it saves you a little bit of time. So if you can program it however you can recognize it in your phone, maybe police emergency or UAB 911, something like that. That way, like I say, it could save you, half a minute in an emergency, and that, every little bit helps. The non-emergency number, just a general police question or to report, a minor crime or something like that, is 205-934-4434. And you can also reach me at that number. A couple of safety programs that we're pretty strong on is RAID Guardian and Be Alert. When you get enrolled as a freshman, part of the process is to go ahead and get enrolled in Be Alert. You can get it set up different ways where you can get a text message, a phone call, or an email. I've got mine set up, and most people get it set up where you just get a notification on your smartphone. And the way it works, if there's a problem on campus, a serious crime, or any kind of incident that might be hazardous, they'll send out an alert where it's located. Then when the workers get there, the last one, let's say, was a gas leak, I believe, in one of the labs. So as soon as the workers showed up, they send out a follow-up alert. Then when it's all clear, they'll send out an alert on that and tell you to, resume normal activities. So that's very helpful. Weather, it'll also alert you to hazardous weather conditions on campus. The Rave Guardian is a phone app that you can sign up for on Google Apps or Apple Apps, but it works kind of like an alarm clock or kind of a backup alarm. If you think you're traveling, let's say, from one side of campus to another, or you're going to a friend's house or something like that, and you think it's going to take you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you can program it for a little time after that, say 45 minutes or an hour. Then if you don't cut it off, it will automatically dial your preset phone numbers. You can have up to 6 people on a preset dialing list, and it'll notify them that you hadn't arrived or that you activated your alarm. Then if the police get it, or when the police get it, we can track down to where your phone is. But you just have to remember to shut it off once you get to where you're going. Otherwise, your parents or your roommate's going to get a phone call in the middle of the night. But sure, they won't mind as long as it's part of taking care of yourself and being safe. The Clery Act. This talks about police crime statistics and reporting crimes. We take it very seriously. We report our crimes and update our public crime data once a month, every month. And these 2 links will take you to where those crime data is stored. The first one is a kind of a combined, you can compare universities to one another on it. We don't run it, an outside group runs it. But you can compare, let's say, UAB to a similar facility or similar university in a big city, like Mercer in Atlanta, or I think Vanderbilt in Nashville. Pick one that's about the same size, kind of compare statistics. You get an idea of, what each area is like. We update it monthly on the link below. You'll get, the last one was June, so July will be going up before long. You'll see what kind of crime we've had on campus. So everything that we do is above board and transparent for the public. When you're on campus, just be alert and traveling around Birmingham. Birmingham's a big city. We do everything we can to keep the campus safe. And if people don't have business on campus, we'll make sure they get off campus. They don't stay on campus. They don't have a legitimate business on campus. Now there are through streets through campus that public has access to. But so we do a very good job of keeping people that don't belong here off campus, and that keeps campus safe. But the main thing is it's partnership. You need to just be alert as to where you're at and what's going on around you. Don't have your head down in your cell phone or not paying attention. If you see somebody hanging around your car at night, you can call us and we'll come check them out. That's not a problem. If you hear something going on outside your dorm or something, call us, we'll come check it out. Just be conscious where you're at and who you're with, and you'll be fine here at UAB.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Sergeant Hart. All that information has been very useful. And like you said, one important aspect is just to be aware of your surroundings and just make sure that when you need some assistance, you have all the numbers to call. Again, 911, if you're on campus, we'll send you to the campus police. But it is very important that you stay aware of your surroundings. Are there any last minute tips that you would like to give our students or our families that are coming in as they move into a new environment, a new city sometimes?
Like I say, if you're staying on campus, you'll figure out where you're going, how to get around campus without any trouble. If you're going off campus, you might want to go with a group for the first few times, so you kind of keep each other safe and you know where you're going. Like I say, Birmingham is a big city. You can get distracted by a lot of things.
Mhm, mhm.
So just, hang with a group until you learn the area and you'll be fine. One thing I would say is keep your automobile, if you have a vehicle, in good condition, so that it doesn't stop on you. You don't want to be on the side of the road with, car trouble or running out of gas or something
Right,
like that.
right,
That's
right.
simple. Just get your oil changed and take care of your car. And that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. But also, since you mentioned that, there's also, if you run out of gas or if you have a flat tire or your car doesn't start, they can also call, there's services here on campus
Right.
that can come and
Right,
assist them. So
Yeah, and if all else fails, call the police department and we'll come pick you up. Whatever it
definitely,
is, but
definitely.
that's
Yeah.
something you can kind of take responsibility for.
Right, right. And it's always, when in doubt, if something doesn't make you feel comfortable, follow your instinct. I think that's very important. It's
Right.
better to err on the side of caution than to let something
Exactly.
happen. So we do have a few more minutes for any questions that you might have for Sergeant Hart. If not, our webinar will go live after we're done on Facebook. And we will also have an opportunity for you to submit any additional questions. We wanted to make this more of a conversational type of webinar, and please send your questions either to Sergeant Hart or to us here at the office, UAB, families@uab.edu, and we'll relay the messages to him. Again, after this presentation, you will all be getting a survey, and the purpose of the survey, and it helps us to know if we have been helping you, what else we can do. And so please take a few minutes. It won't take more than 3 to 5 minutes to complete the survey. And we don't seem to have any questions right now coming to us, but any last minute tips or something that you would like to leave our students with?
No, just looking forward to seeing everybody on campus. You'll see us all over campus. We're happy to talk. I drink a lot of coffee, so you may see me around campus.
Starbucks. Yeah. But thank you, everybody, for attending our webinar today. And we look forward to seeing you. We still have a couple more webinars next week. We have one that's coming up, and I need to check my list because we have so many. We have one on Move-In Day, actually on August the 5th at 2 p.m. And then we have one called Getting Around Campus on the 10th at 9 a.m. And then we have Disability and Support Services on the 11th at 11 a.m. And then we have our last webinar, UAB Career Center, on the 11th at 2 p.m. So let's see if we have any additional questions. Not at this moment, but we thank everybody and thank you for coming to talk to us. And we will see everybody at our next webinar. Bye, everybody.